Triumphant League.
Yo, 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 what it is. Welcome to another episode of Triumphant League Talk. This is season number 1, episode number 10. Just a brief, let you know what this episode about today. I'm going to give you a roundup on week 2, a roundup on week 3, and then give you the week 3 standings. Then I want to just give you some information about the league as far as the media passes, player badges, all-star game format, spring registration, and then the one that everybody be waiting on is the week 4 projections. Everybody want to hear who I think gonna win, so we want to make sure we make that available to everyone. And as you all may know, we have a bunch of channels out here, a bunch of different outlets, so please make sure you follow, like, and subscribe. Everything Triumphant League and Triumphant League Partners, and just continue to support and show the love as we continue to reach men through the game of basketball and provide a safe haven for them so they can do what they love to do. So let's get into it, man. All right, so this is our website, triumphantleague.us or triumphantleague.com, and you could go to our schedule and you can see the past results. So I'm gonna look at week number 2 first, since I didn't get a chance to touch on that last week. So week number 2, first game of that week was the Wild Pack versus Triumphant Lions, and that was a real good game. Wild Pack won by 9 points. Wild Pack won by 9 points that game. And that was a real good game. Everybody didn't have everybody, so we ended up having to play 4-on-4. So it was balanced. Didn't nobody really had an advantage, and it was a pretty good game all the way into the end, and Wild Pack was able to prove why they are still champions, because even at 4-on-4, they was able to, finish strong and come out with the W. So I'm happy for them to get that W. I know it was a tough win, but the champs prevailed. And I'm happy for my team as well, because, not being expected to be one of the strongest teams in the league this season, we only lost by 9. And for anybody that know history of Triumphant League, my teams, they usually don't even be that close sometimes. So I was proud to see my guys come together and fight the whole way through, and we played a really good game. It's just the Wild Pack was a little bit better that game. So shouts out to them for winning that game. Let's look at game number 2 for week number 2. We had Go Hard University versus Go Getters. For those of you that may not know, Go Getters is a team that I created this season. Another team of just a bunch of free agents. They came together. So for anybody that's winning against this team, man, don't take it to the head, because this is a brand new team, and for these guys to come together and put up the effort that they're doing, it's impressive. But anyway, Go Hard University was able to win that game 58-48. Go Hard University was able to pull off and win by 10 points. That game was competitive too. It's normal for a new team to come together and try to figure it out. And the thing about the Go Getters is they have to figure out how to pull it together. And this was week 2, so I still had to fill in on that squad because everybody didn't show up, and I had to let some of my players from my team play on this team, this second team. So they can't really build chemistry like that. But even with that, they fought the whole way through and ended up losing at the end. So that's one of the steps you have to go through when you're trying to build a team. You gotta, build chemistry, build trust, and then once you do that, you can find yourself in situations where you have to, get a win. And they trending in the right direction. So that was a good game. One thing I can say about Triumphant League this season is all teams uh, ain't nobody like clear best. Like anybody can win each and every week. So that's a good thing. Let's look at game number 3. Game number 3 was a real close game. Team Clutch was able to defeat Positive Vibe 45-39. That was a real good game, and that was a good win for Team Clutch to pull that off. And that's something that Positive Vibe, this their first time in the league. The team captain is Randy. This is first time having his own team. Team Clutch is a veteran team. They got pieces that been with them, and they got a couple new pieces, but they've been in the league for a little minute. So when you got new teams playing against teams that's been in the league, it's an adjustment for these new teams to figure out how to win, even if they played in different leagues. Triumphant League is a different league, different experience, different atmosphere, different culture. We have our own set of rules. So you have to adjust to the way we play basketball here. And not everybody could come here and get wins, and Positive Vibe is finding that out. That every week you're gonna have to bring it. And I think them playing us first week kind of set them up because they probably thought that they was gonna be able to walk through the league, but they didn't get the chance to get this W this week. They still got the potential to be one of the best teams at the end. Like I say, it's no clear favorite. Everybody has a chance every week, but on this week, Team Clutch was able to get the victory, and I think that was a good momentum booster for them, and I'm sure that game encouraged them. So that was a good game. Let's look to the 4th game of week 2. The 4th game of week 2 was Rock With Us versus Jelly Fam, and this was like a in-home rivalry game. Rock With Us won this game 72-51. So they beat them by 21 points. And this is one that they probably going to remember for a long time. And again, Jelly Fam is a new team. So usually with new teams have to go through growing pains. Rock With Us is a veteran team. They have different pieces, but their core has been together, and then the additions that they have, some of them have already played in Triumphant League, and they got a couple new faces. But when you got a core of guys that's been there before, they know how to win. They got a lot of experience playing different places. It's kind of easy to fall in line and play with them. But this was a huge win for Rock With Us, a great momentum booster. I think for Jelly Fam, it was a learning experience. And changes are still being made on teams. You could look for changes to be made all the way up to like week 3, week 4. But at some point, your roster got to stand still so you could really have that chemistry as you go into the playoffs, because you don't want to have guys that's not team oriented or in line by the playoffs, because you could literally lose a game that cost you the season. One thing I've learned from running Triumphant League is that the best teams always win, not the best individuals, the best teams. So whoever decide to play team ball first, usually the ones to win. And usually the teams that play team ball are the older veteran teams. They play team ball, so they let their ego go first and they win. So this was a game. This was a good game early on, and then towards the end, Rockwooders pulled off, and they was able to get their second win in a row. So now let's move on to week number 3 matchups. Week number 3. So our first Triumphant Lions, our first 3 weeks was tough. Right off the bat, we had positive vibes. Then we had the champs week 2, and then we had the number 1 seed Rockwooders in week 3, and they were just now coming off this 21-point victory with Jelly Fam. So I'm sure they was looking forward to winning against us by 21, but we was able to shock them, and we took them to overtime, where we ended up losing by 6. So I would say that game is going to be one of our Triumphant League classics, and it's available now on our game day live playback. You can watch that game, but that was a real good game. It came down to the wire. Week number 3 was a real good week. So this game, everybody had guys show up, and we was going 5-on-5. It was a good game. Both teams played the zone. What I'm seeing more now in Triumphant League is guys playing the zone. One reason why some people don't play zone, because everybody don't know their positions in the zone. But when you got teams that know how to move in the zone, it could become good defensively, and in certain ways that you can make them come out that zone. But you got to know how to play basketball, and I can't give y'all all the tips. But anyway, both teams successfully played the zone. I was very impressed with the Lions. We played well, and I would like to say that this is one of the best teams that I've ever assembled in Triumphant League, as far as like chemistry, togetherness, and just guys clicking in sync as we progress during the right time. So in week 3, I am hopeful for us, and I think we're going to be dangerous to anybody. So it came down to one final play. It was 58, and we had an opportunity to win the game, but unfortunately we had a turnover. It was 53. I'm sorry, it was 53-53 at the end of regulation, and then we had a turnover that hurt us, and we still had an opportunity even in overtime to pull it off, but Rockwooders scored 6 straight points in the overtime, and we didn't score any, and that was it. So I feel like we should have got that team. That if we would have got that game in regulation, okay, we would have got that game. But I knew going into overtime, this was our first time going into overtime with this team, so I knew it was gonna be hard, challenging. But we got experience under our belt now, so we've been tested each game. We took the champs to the end, and then we lost to the number 1 seed by 6 points in overtime. So that let me know we trending in the right direction. So I feel a little. I ain't gonna say I feel bad. I don't feel bad for nobody, but Jellyfam gonna have their hands full with us this coming week, and I'll talk about that in a little later. So let's look at the second game for week number 3. The second game of the day was Go Getters versus Jelly Fam. Jelly Fam was able to win that game 71-58. So this is a win. This is a bounce back win for Jelly Fam. They couldn't go another week with another L, and they had some of their key players come back, and Go Getters finally had all their teammates. So this was a good game for experience for both teams because both teams got to really like, okay, I got my players, you got your players, let's see where we at. And I like both teams. I like go getters going forward, and I think they learning every week. And I like what Jelly Fam got. It was a good, clean game. It was a fun game to watch, and I just don't know who gonna pull it off this season. I'm a little biased towards my teams, but it could really go either way. I'm gonna tell y'all straight up, I love to see the Lions versus Go Getters in the championship. That would be dope on a whole nother level if we got that. But every team right now has an opportunity, so we're gonna see. Oh, be careful, boy. He was able to bounce back, man. Thank God he was good. Got a little concussion right there, but he was able to come back. He young. That guy right there, man, down here in this corner, this guy by the name of Keith, he on that radar. He like talk a lot. So he gonna tell me during the game like, oh yeah, we got y'all next, man. I'm waiting, man. I'm gonna drop 35 on y'all and this, that, and the third, boy. I'm coming at you. I love when they talk like that. So we gonna see what's up, man. So pressure gonna be on him from the beginning. When guys talk like that, that mean they gonna be trying to do everything, and it's gonna be easy to get them out the game. So we looking forward to that matchup, Jelly Fam, next week. We definitely gotta beat them. But yeah, we gonna go ahead and make that example out of them, starting with that guy right there. So it should be a fun game. I'm looking forward to having all my pieces as we go into this next week. So let's look into game number 3 from week number 3. You have Positive Vibe versus Go Hard University. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, this was a historical weekend because we had 2 classic games. This game right here, Positive Vibe versus Go Hard University, this was a classic game. If you in the game film, you love watching content like that, please go back to this and go to Triumphant League on YouTube and look for the Triumphant League Game Day Live 10, 12, 24, week 3, 4 games. And you could fast forward all the way to this game right here, which is our 3rd game, Go Hard University. Watch all of them if you want to, but really watch this game right here because this was an epic game. Positive Vibe, it was going back and forth the whole game, and Positive Vibe had an opportunity to win this game. But in the last and final seconds, Go Hard University was able to hit a big 3, cause a turnover, and then hit a game winner, man. Like, it was crazy. I was able to get some footage on my other camera, and we got it on film, but it was a wonderful game to be a part of. They team captain, he was so excited. He called them champions, and I'm like, bro, y'all ain't won nothing yet. But he was so excited, so I guess he's speaking towards like what he feel they got. They was in the Final Four last season. For them to be this, 3-0 going into the 3-0 so far in the season, I can understand why he would think they got a championship team. But yeah, man, you gotta be careful with that because you gotta get you one before you start saying y'all got that team. But they're good. They're a real good squad. They dangerous and they hungry. They got a player on their team by the name of Cam Shannon. Man, he real good, and long as he on the court, they got a chance. And they just all around good. Number 15, Cam Shannon, and this guy right here, that's their 2 best players. And of course, Andre does a good job as a big. So they got some good pieces, and then they got some new additional pieces. So they're a team to watch going forward, and they gonna be dangerous. And again, that was a good game. Make sure you go back and watch this game so you can see how important this game was and what it meant. So they got all the confidence in the world heading into week number 4. They got all there it is right there. That's that game winner. That's what he did right there. That was real good. Let me see if I can run that back so you can see it right quick. It's a little too far back. That's that big three. That's that big three right there. All right, look at that turnover right there. Boom. Here it is right here. This the play that tied it up. That tied the game up right there. Look at this right here. Another turnover. Boom. They called a timeout, which was smart. They called a timeout with 3 seconds left. All right. Now this is the inbound play right here. This game winner right here. Look at this. Look at this. Boom. Man, that was so exciting. Look, had me coming all the way from the sideline with that camera, man. That was so, hey, that was a classic. Hit that game winner, man. So, hey, that was a good feeling for them. Bad feeling for Positive Vibe. But listen, man, they shouldn't walk around with their head down. They should know that they got a team that they bring the best out of other players and other teams. So when you're a team and you bring the best out of other team, it's nothing to hang your head down for. It's just we all got to make adjustments so we could actually, get these victories. So that was a good game, and it was a great experience to be a part of. Let's look at the last game for week number 3. We had the Wild Pack versus Team Clutch. And the Wild Pack is still our current champs, and they have yet to lose. They was able to pull off and win this game right here by 11 points. Wild Pack had 67. Team Clutch had 56. So let's give you a little sound from that game. The Wild Pack, of course, they had some of their key pieces, but they didn't have everybody. But they had enough to have more of their key pieces than not, and it was just a little too much for Team Clutch to handle. And they proved why they are still the champions and they still the favorite to run it back. If they run it back successfully and win 2 straight, they will be the 3rd team in Triumphant League history to 2-peat. Triumphant League has never had a team win 3 straight. And Triumphant League has never had a player to win back-to-back MVPs. So they have the opportunity to make both historical marks. They could be the 3rd team to 2-peat, and they could possibly be the 1st team to have a player that has back-to-back MVPs. But it's going to be a challenge for them. And they not winning big, but they are winning. So it shows that the competitive balance for the league is very close, and it's going to take a lot for everybody to pull off a victory week to week. So I'm thankful for that, and man, it was a successful week for week number 3. So now that we got week 2 round up, we got week 3 round up. Let me show you the week 3 standings so far, going into week number 4. So this is our standings as we head into week number 4. We got the Wild Pack 3-0, number 1 seed. Go Hard University 3-0, number 2 seed. Rock Witters 3-0, number 3 seed. Jelly Fam number 4 seed at 1 and 2. Team Clutch number 5 seed at 1 and 2. Positive Vibe number 6 seed at 1 and 2. Triumphant Lions number 7 seed at 0 and 3. Go Getters number 8 seed at 0 and 3. We have the points for that factor into your overall standing. So how many games you win by do matter. So if you can run it up, that's going to help you in the C. And even if you got the same record with somebody, that helps. You got the points against. So your defensive presence helps too. So if you're giving up a lot of points, even if you're winning, that's going to hurt you in the standings. Then we got our games back that show you how many games back you are to be the number 1 seed. And then we have our scoring differential. So you may have a high scoring differential, as you see from Rock Witters. They got the highest scoring differential, but they only have 205 points for. So if they was able to score more, then they will be the clear number one seed. But because they the third most scoring team in Triumphant League, that makes them the third seed, even though they has the highest scoring differential. So scoring four does matter. Then we have overtime wins. I just added this in overtime losses where you'll get points for that as well, and that'll go in effect this week. So that's the standings for week number 3. And as we go into week number 4, I'm gonna talk about that and tell you who I think gonna win week number 4, because I know a lot of people be looking for my projections, and I'm gonna tell you who I think gonna win in week number 4. But before I get to that, I just want to let you know some updates we got for Triumphant League. As you all may know, you can subscribe to all our social media platforms and like us and follow us. This helps us to continue to help me to continue to provide content for you that you can consume as you grow in your liking and support for Triumphant League. And we want to make sure we keep this thing going. So please do all you can to help us by liking and subscribing to the channel on all social media outlets. And as we move forward, media pass will be very important for content creators and hoopers that want to have outside content creators get content for them going forward. Players, if you want to get content for highlights and stuff like that, and you want to pay somebody to get that highlight for you, you will need to purchase a media pass directly from Triumphant League. So you'll have to let me know ahead of time, purchase a media pass, and the content creator, the videographer, photographer, shooter, whatever you want to call them, they have to purchase a media pass as well. And once they get a media pass, then they could sell highlights to players, and they will also have to sign an agreement for a 50-50 split. And it's a way that they could get a 70-30 split, but they had to contact me and talk directly. So going forward into our spring season, it ain't gonna be no more cameras in there unless they authorized, because as you all know, I got cameras. We complimentary. We recording every game. We providing highlights, and even in addition to that, I do game highlights too, and I'm offering player of the week interviews, and I just started badges. So I'm doing all of these things to enhance the viewability of the players and enhance the platform, and I'm doing this free of charge. So if I'm providing all of this stuff free of charge, all I ask is if you want to, you know, you want to do business and have different things and grow your brand, work with me directly instead of trying to outsource stuff and, go behind. And then at the end of the day, the league is catching the shorter end of the stick, but we helping you out the most. So make sure going forward with these media pass that you talk to me directly. I'm willing to work with everybody, but going forward, you don't pay for no media pass, you ain't gonna have no cameras. I'm not tripping over cell phones if you in there, but you can't be in there with no tripod, and you can't be in there selling highlights and you ain't talk to me. That's not doing business correctly. So just want to touch bases on that. And now I want to get into this new thing that I'm starting to do. Is I'm starting to offer player badges. All right, these player badges will be a way for me to highlight certain player attributes. So I don't know exactly what badges I'm gonna release and how often I'm gonna release them, but I just wanted to highlight certain aspects of players in the community as a way to encourage them and highlight them. And the first badge that we are introducing is the Triumphant League Certified Hooper badge. A certified hooper badge is just a player that I think is a hooper. And what I mean by a hooper is a person that could play on any team, any position. They just love the game. They great for the team. They could get buckets. They could play defense. I mean, you could tell that they got experience playing ball. So that'll be the certified hooper badge. And This badge is based on how long you've been in Triumph League, as well as how many games you've impacted. Some players, it don't matter if you're young or old. If you have proven yourself to be a hooper in times past and even now, you may be rewarded a Triumph League hooper badge. And what happens when you get a badge? You will get a picture, and I'll put the badge on the picture, and you will be featured on our Instagram channel and our YouTube channel, and just to get more awareness about what you're doing in this community and how you impacted your team. So more badges will be coming. Just to give you a heads up, maybe a shooter badge and maybe a supporter badge, but different badges are coming as we continue to move forward. So there's something new that I'm doing to introduce to the community, to kind of highlight different aspects of players, and a way to keep brothers encouraged in an in season as we continue to build Triumph League. So look out for that. Next, I want to talk to you about the All-Star game format. So the All-Star game will be right before the championship game. All-Star game will be right before the championship game, and it's going to be 10 players on each team. You got one team that's going to be the Yellow Coffee, and I named these teams based on the jerseys. Y'all will see it coming soon. So you had the All-Star Yellow Coffee team, then you had an All-Star Purple Cloud team, and it's going to be 10 on 10. So we only got 8 teams. The top 2 seeds, 1 and 2, they will be able to have 2 players represent them in the All-Star game. And the players that get into the All-Star game are selected by the team captains. So the first 2 seeds, the team captain could select 2 players on that team who they think best represent the team. It ain't up to me. They have to do it. So the team captain can select their self, or they could select players who they think best represent them. My only thing is, make sure you putting the best players out there for this All-Star game, because we wanted to really be an All-Star game. We don't want to, cause you think you good, you getting selected. Nah, if you really feel like this player had a better chance to help y'all win, they should be an All-Star. So I'm gonna give you a hint. Your All-Star should be your most valuable player. The most valuable player that helped you win, that should be your All-Star selection. And then the next most valuable player should be your All-Star selection. Not necessarily a player that scored the most points, but who helped dictate wins on your team. That should be your All-Star. So it's gonna be 10 selected. All right. Once the players are selected, then I will put them on either the yellow coffee team or the purple cloud team. So I sort the parity, so it could be an even game, and that's what's gonna make it fun. And not only that, we doing an all-star selection right before the game. So please make sure, if you in the league, show up, because if you don't show up, you're not gonna be in the all-star game. I'm not taking names 2-3 weeks ahead of time, and then come All-Star game, you play it, don't even show up. Nah, show up to the All-Star game. If you know the game gonna be at 10 a.m. or 11 a.m., show up 30 minutes early, because we gonna do, matter of fact, show up 45 minutes early, because we're gonna do the All-Star selection 30 minutes before the game tip off. So if championship game is at 12 a.m., the All-Star game will be at 11 a.m. The All-Star selection will be at 10:30 a.m. on the dot. If you're not there, you ain't getting selected. You won't play. Then, if the championship game is at 11, All-Star game will be at 10, and then the All-Star selection will be at 9:30. But chances are the All-Star game will be at 11, because usually in the playoffs, if it's not that many games, I kind of push that first game up to 11 a.m. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that All-Star selection. I'm looking forward to the All-Star game. I got some All-Star jerseys coming that will be loaners, of course. And also, if you want to purchase the All-Star jerseys, they will be available on our jersey store, where you could just purchase it for your own collection, man, and have it to represent Triumphant League and what we're trying to do. So I'm excited about the All-Star game and the selection, and I know it's gonna be here to stay. And I'm excited about where the league's going. I'm excited about the potential championship game and the rest of this season. And also, I want to give an update on the spring registration, and this information is provided. Of course, it's public, but only people that really tune in is people that's in the community. So I feel comfortable with sharing this information. So in Triumph League, we got to get these registrations, you know what I'm saying, a little sooner. We still got guys waiting to the last minute for whatever reason to get their registration in, and that kind of like hurts the process when it comes to like managing every team and making sure everybody in, because I gotta know what I got to cover expenses and stuff like that. So this season I'm gonna make it a little easier for everybody. Right after the fall season ends, if we end on Saturday, by Monday coming, I'm gonna open up the registration for spring season, and I'm only gonna make this information public to the current team captains. They know who they are. They in a group chat right now, and potential team captains that I've already talked with. And also, I'm letting you know right off the bat, I can only take 12 teams. So if I open that registration that coming Monday after fall season end, either that week and no later than the week after, I need the captain to at least cover their spot. Because if the captain cover their spot, now I can hold your team spot until you know what I'm saying, get 8 players, get 7 more players to cover. I need every team to have at least 8 players. This helps us to continue to have games, because if you got 8 players and 3 guys say they're not showing up, it helps if we got at least 5. And on top of that, the rules are stated you could play with 4. So I'm doing all I can do to make sure we got games, because I can't have games where I got refs and I'm paying people and paying the gym and all that stuff like that, and guys not showing up. So I'm taking the L on that situation. So help the league, help me out by making sure you got a minimum of 8 players on your team. All right. If you could get 8 players on your team by the registration deadline. So the early registration is gonna end in January. So you're gonna have from December to January to do early registration. And then regular registration will be from January to February. So early registration will be $70, and then the regular registration will be 75. All right. All your team members have to pay their registration by the registration deadline, which will be in February, approximately 2 weeks before the season starts. I need everybody to cover that. For whatever reason, if you don't have 8 players by that deadline, then I gotta fill that roster with whatever players available. You don't get to choose, you know what I'm saying? I have to choose at that point, because now I gotta fill the team up. So you're gonna have January and February to put your team together, because we hope to start in March. So you get 2 months to get your money together, get your team together, figure out who's gonna be playing with you, and I feel like that's more than enough time. So I could only take 12 teams. We got 8 teams already. I already got 2. So that's let you know I got 6 people that could come back, 6 captains that could come back, plus my 2 teams. That's 8. I only got 4 more spots. All right. I already got people that want to get in the spring that I've been communicating with. I'm only letting 4 new teams in, and if you're a captain now and you don't come back, then your spot gonna be made available. It's gonna be hard as we get closer to like that 12 number. It's gonna be hard to get back in the Triumph League, because I only got 1 location right now. So I would advise you, if you in Triumphant League, you like the community, you like the camaraderie, you like the hoop, do all you could do to make sure you stay in this league. You know what I'm saying? Because once you get out, it's gonna be hard to get back in. And then if you're an individual, it's gonna be hard to jump on a team because usually guys want to play with people they know. And only person that's willing to take a chance with new people is me. So just go get a team. I hope they should be a team to stay. I don't already talked to them. They want to keep the band together. So I'm letting y'all know going into spring season, I'm looking to build a third team. So y'all play around if you want to and don't get no teams in here. I'm gonna end up having more than 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams. That way I could keep it going. But I'm letting you know right now, I'm looking to have another third team represented by a bunch of free agents because I got guys that want to play that don't have a team. So if they willing to hoop and grow and build relationships with guys, I'm willing to put another team up. You know what I'm saying? A third team. Uh, so going into spring season, if everybody come back like they say they is, I only got 4 spots going in the spring season, and I already got captains on the wait list. And then, like I said, I'm looking to get another team. So for you, if you playing now and you want to have your own team, and but you on a team now, but you want to have your own team in the spring, you need to reach out to me right after fall season, or you need to be reaching out to me now so I could get you this information. Because like I said, I only got 4 spots going into spring, and I already got captains that's waiting for me to open up spring. And then on top of that, I'm looking to get another team. So it's only 4 spots available, and you got to get it in before you got to get it in. So I will advise you to make sure your team is paid for early and your spots reserved. If ain't no money down, ain't nobody paid nothing, I can't hold no spot. I can't take no L's. And then at the same time, we're not doing no more free play. So I got captains that's covering their whole team. If you're a player and you playing on the team and the captain don't cover the team, you need to cover that captain. Make sure he got his money back. You feel what I'm saying? If you a team and you buying jerseys for these teams, make sure your team covered first before you buy jerseys. You know what I'm saying? Get your business in order. And if you're a player, you know what I'm saying, it's your first time, whatever, and you trying to get into a league, you got to try to get into the league, and your finances not like that, I'm willing to work something out, but you got to let me know something way before. You got to let me know something. And other than that, man, if you've been in the league for a long time, you've been playing, man, you got to pay that $70. You got to pay that $70. You got 2 months to get it together. Put your money up. Make sure you got that money to pay because everybody trying to make it. Ain't nobody got it like that to be covering like $600, $700, $800 so you could hoop, and then you want all this playing time. So please make sure you cover your costs. Look, we all trying to make it. At the end of the day, if you ain't got it like that, communicate with me. Let me know what's up. I'll work with you because we want the community here, and we think this is a safe environment for everybody. But at the same time, man, we want to do business the right way, and we don't want nobody taking shorts because we ain't on our business, man. We out here together. At the end of the day, if you don't pay, somebody got to cover that, and 9 out of 10 that fall on me, and I can't be paying for 15 to 20 dudes. You know what I mean? Y'all could do the math. If I'm paying for 15 to 20 dudes to play for free, do the math. That's how much money I'm losing. So y'all want to see this thing going, keep going, invest in it, man, and let's handle our business. So that's the All-Star game format. That's the spring registration information. And if you have any more questions or concerns, you can reach out to me at info@triumphantleague.com, or you can reach out to my business number directly. If you got it, you can reach out to me and talk to me, chop it up with me. All right, now I'm going into the segment that everybody likes, and this is the week 4 projections. All right, so first game of week 4 is gonna be Jelly Fam versus Triumphant Lions. All right, I got Triumphant Lions winning that game. Shouldn't be no guess. Second game You got Positive Vibe versus Go Getters. I like Positive Vibe. I believe they got potential, but I believe the Go Getters gonna finally turn the table and get that W. I got Go Hard University versus the Wild Pack. This will be the game of the week for sure. The Wild Pack will win that game. I'm sorry. Go Hard University had a real good game. I'm not saying they can't win, but I just believe in the champs, man. Until they get beat, they gonna be the favorite every week. And I wasn't even trying to rhyme. All right, the last game, Rock Winners versus Team Clutch. This is a tough one because my heart, you know what I'm saying, want to pick Rock Winners because I do like what they've been able to do so far in 3 weeks. But they got one guy on their team that talks a lot, and I love him for that. But he talk a lot, so because of him, I'm gonna go with Team Clutch. And Team Clutch is a team that I always push, man. I always go against them. So I'm gonna give Team Clutch some love this week. All right, Clutch, y'all hear me now? I'm giving y'all some love this week. Get him that L. Get him that L because I got somebody on Rock with us that's always talking, and I don't like that they gave me a L last week. So y'all need to help me out. Get them that L. Bring them down to humble land because they sitting up that top 3 team in a conference or division. They the top 3 team and they thinking they winning something. And then the thing about it, one of the guys said, I ain't gonna say no name, but he was like, shoot, last time we were 3-0, I won a championship and an MVP. So he referring back to, I ain't gonna say no name, but he referring back to the pandemic season when we only have 4 teams. He referring back to that, and they won, but they ain't won since. So he talking about something. Last time he 3-0, he won the championship and the MVP. So we ain't gonna allow that type of talk right there. So Team Clutch come through with that W. So here it is again. My winners for week number 4 is Triumphant Lions winning game number 1. Go Getters winning game number 2. Wild Pack winning game for game number 3. And Team Clutch winning game number 4. The game of the week will be Wild Pack versus Go Hard University. And the upset alert will be Positive Vibe. Positive Vibe will be on upset alert. The game of the week will be the Wild Pack versus Go Hard University. And I believe I'm going to be 4-0 this week, man. So that's episode number 10. Thank you all for your time. I appreciate your support. Please like and follow us on all social media platforms, man. And please continue to spread the word about Triumphant League as we continue to try to do these things for the community. Thank you, man, and have a blessed week and hope to see you Saturday.
Subscribe to my channel.